let's just dwell, just as we finish the day, on some things that we've learnt and what we're going to do going forward, because I think that's one of the really important aspects today. So I've certainly learnt a great deal today. I've tended to break down the approach to quality into 4 areas in my own mind to try and give me some sense of it in terms of design, procurement, build and customer experience. That's how, for me, the sort of discussions have landed, making quick notes from people. It seems to me we have some tools and some solutions for 3 of those, and one area where we're still struggling, it feels, to find the right position. So in terms of design, we have some great tools, we have some great commitment, we have the National Design Guide, which we talked about earlier on. We have a commitment to good design because those of us who are involved in delivering homes long-term, whether you're involved in the capital build or whether you've got long-term legacy, are all committed to that. There are routes to success. We saw the first presentations this morning showing how, with granular detail, consistent client relationships and a commitment, you can deliver good quality schemes. I can see how we can get there in terms of quality. I can see how we can get there in terms of build. We've talked about the methods that we have for quality assurance. We've talked about the importance of insurance and how minimising defects and showing the quality is absolutely key. We've seen the digital ways that we can achieve that, and we know that we have people who are very much able to engage with digital techniques to manage on site. We can have the apps, the controls, the relationships and the collaborations that allow us to evidence that we've built to the quality that our customers and the general public and our stakeholders expect us to. I'm confident that those tools are there. I'm equally confident, and we heard from Meben first off, about the opportunities to measure the satisfaction for our customers. Those of us who are involved in delivering homes for clients, local authorities, registered providers, PRS providers, long-term, we can measure our defects, our KPIs, we measure our performance. The techniques are there. Similarly, we can measure how satisfied individual customers are in terms of the 5-star system that we have, or the star system with NHBC, and the data we collect. There's a mechanism there. The area that all of you touched on, and that worries me in terms of us finding solutions, is the area of procurement. And it goes back to that point that we talked about right at the beginning, about the relationships between the parties and the fragmentation. That seems to me the area that we need to give some focus to in terms of having the right tools, the right relationships, and it's a continuous theme at the Housing Forum. Many boards this comes up to try and get that right. And that's where we get the adversarial positions, the race to deliver on time without getting on site with a proper planning, without engaging our supply chains correctly. So that's one of the things that I've certainly learned. So what will we do? We'll certainly be, as I said, collecting up all the information and all the contributions today and making that available. We have at the Housing Forum a 10-point manifesto that we're putting to all of the parties during this period, which the board has endorsed, which includes within it the way that we respond in a post-Grenfell world to raising quality. It's a fundamental part of what a Housing Forum's about. So we'll be informing that discussion with politicians and with civil servants going forward on the basis of some of the discussions we've had here. And indeed, within the Housing Forum, we have some working groups. We have one on procurement, don't we, Sheila? Very happy to have volunteers who want to take part in that. It's given it another dimension today for me. So we were looking at procurement in terms of efficiency. We're going to be looking at procurement in terms of quality as well, because clearly that's a big issue. So we will pick that up. And then finally, I just want to say that we talked about the fact that there are great examples out there of success, but there are far too many examples of failure. And it absolutely beholds all of us, if the suffering associated with Grenfell is not in vain, to make sure that we draw a line on the sorts of quality shortcomings that led to that awful sequence of events. And that's what we want to do. So I said we need to be like the small boy shouting out, the emperor hasn't got any clothes. Let's all go back to our organisations and back to our professional lives and make sure that we're challenging that. What I can say to you all is thank you all, because you are committed to improving the quality of the new homes that we provide and the quality of the ones that we manage just by being here. So thank you very much for showing your commitment and coming along today. It's much appreciated. So thank you very much.